Welcome to AutoCAD 2D modeling. In this video, you are going to learn how to use Fillet Command in order to make rounded corners and instead of sharp edges, pointed edges, how you can make arc or rounded corners. Okay, so begin with the model. You first need to set your workbench on drafting and annotation. Then you have to define your units and I always do prefer to set units on millimeters. Okay, there you go. Next is to decide where you want to take your center point. All right. But before choosing the center point to begin with the circles, what we will do, as you can see, the whole model is in the shape of a T. So, and there are much more linear measurements as compared to the arcs and circles or any other shape. So for this, what we will do, we will first make and decide these linear measurements in consideration. So if you can see in terms of the horizontal lines, the height of the complete height of this model is 4. So using a very user-friendly command that I personally do love as well is an offset command. That helps much. So how we'll use it? Let's see. First, I'm gonna take this horizontal line on my center point, or you can say on 0 x-axis. Sorry, 0 y-axis. So how we'll do that? Just take the line on to begin with the you can say yes, we can go for it. 0, tab 0, enter, and there's about 4. So length as the whole horizontal distance for this model is 4. So it is better to keep your length this time at 4. However, tab, the angle would be 0. Enter, like this, escape. Now you can zoom in your workbench as you need for your model. Okay, like this. Keep it right here. So this is 4. Now you need to cover a height of 4 to make this line. So offset this line to 4 straight away. This is your offset command. Click it. Now it will ask you for the offset distance. That is 4. Press enter. Now press the source object. Okay, just keep it right here because the commands appearing here will are hiding my line. So again, offset distance 4. Object to offset is 4. Not downward, but the upward. So that my readings will be in positive x-axis. So this way. As you can see, if I'll drag my mouse towards down, it will go down, but I'll keep it on positive y-axis. So just press enter. What happened? Okay, just go for it once again. Offset, offset distance 4, select object and enter. All right. Now, these two circles are at equidistance between the upper part of the T. So the downward distance is 0.5 and the upward will also be 0.5. So just offset using the upper line 0.5 twice. Again offset, this time 0.5, object to offset, downward, object to offset, downward. Done. Next is you have to take this distance. As you can see, this is 0.75 and accordingly, this is 1/3 of this much part. So this will become 0.5 and then 0. 0.25 plus 0.75. So let's go for it. Offset from downward 0.25, object to offset, press enter upward. Now the distance is 0.75 from this line. So go for offset. Offset distance is 0.75, enter, and you will offset from this line upward. Now you can measure for your own convenience that from this line till this line, the distance is 2, which is actually our requirement. And the distance from this endpoint till this point is, okay, minute. Um, okay, you can measure it from this side. This endpoint till this endpoint, this is 4, right? So the measurements are perfect. This much is 1, this is 1, and the rest is 2, midway. Okay, now coming towards the vertical lines. But before proceeding, what I would prefer to keep or to convert this line into yellow color because this is my reference line. And these two are also my reference line so that I will remind that I have to erase them in the end. So just this one, control this one, and change them into yellow colors. Okay. Next is to draw a vertical line because I have set my center point right here. Let me give you a demo. This way and this way. So we have taken our center WCS, World Coordinate Center, at this point, 0, 0. So accordingly, I'll take first vertical line like right here, and then second would be uh, the midway at 2 offset, and this 2 will be offset by 1.5 at this distance, and as this is the distance is 1, so the whole distance is 1, so 0.5 here and 0.5 here. So just go for it. First of all, a straight line starting with the center point 0 tab 0 and the height. Yes, you do have a height that is 4 overall. So just press tab key to give the angle at 90 degree, enter. So you can see this exactly meets over here. Next is to offset this line to 4. So use your offset command and type in 4, and the object to offset is this line, enter, and this way, enter, right? Next is to offset it to 2, and that will be 2 as this center line is exactly in the midway. So this is 2 from here and 2 from here. So in the center, this will become 2. Let me erase all of this. So 2 offset, enter. Any line you can offset, it doesn't matter, in this way. Exactly center point. Next is the distance of 1.5 from the center line for this circle and 1.5 from the center line to this circle. So just make, but before doing that, the center line is the reference line. So I am converting it into yellow so that I won't be confused in the end by so much colors, so much lines, sorry. So just select and convert. Now offset to 1.5 on both sides. Distance is 1.5 and it will automatically offset in yellow color. So on both sides. Okay, one more time. 1.5 object, this side, enter. That's it. Hmm. Okay. Next is to make these two lines. This one, continuous line, and this one. So now you can see the distance between these two lines is altogether 1. However, they are apart from the center line. So the total is 1. So the half of the distance between the two from the center line will be 0.5. So offset this center line to 0.5 on both sides. Offset 0.5, enter. Object is on this side. Offset 0.5, enter. This line on this side. But as soon as I draw the line, I will convert them into white color because these are my continuous line. There are so much lines, so you would remain reminded that which line you have to erase at which point. So before proceeding for the circles, I would rather prefer to trim off the extra lines. So use the trim command and delete these two lines, and this much part of, you can drag your cursor in all possible way you want to trim off. like this. So it's a T for you. Okay. Next, I don't want these multiple lines right here because now I want my exact points for the circles only. So therefore, I will trim off again this center lines. I don't need them anymore. But you can see the continuous part of this line is erasing, but it doesn't matter. We don't need that part anymore, like this. Done. Next is the circles, 4 circles. The measurement provided for these circles are here. Radius 0.125 for 4 circles. So just take circle with radius, center point this, endpoint, enter, and 0.125. Repeat for all of them until the endpoint appears here. I'll keep on setting my cursor and 0.125, enter. Again, center radius. As soon as I find my endpoint, I'll click and then 0.125, enter. Again, just check out the intersection point or endpoint or any uh, permanent display. 0.125, like this. Escape. Now you can trim off these lines, or it is better this time to just select and delete them in one go because we don't need them at all anymore, and delete. The last part of this modeling is to make the rounded corners. All the measurement provided is written here. The same radius which we have used for the circles will be used to make the fillet or the rounded corners, and this will be used 8 times. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Altogether, there are 8 corner points which you need to make a rounded one. So just keep in mind this radius for the fillet, that is 0.125. Here is the fillet command in this section. So use fillet and define the radius first. That is 0.125, enter. Now select the objects. As I told you, for fillet command, work on work between the adjacent sides or adjacent faces in 3D. So we are in 2D, so adjacent sides. So the first side and the second side, and it's fillet. Again, press. The radius is already stored or feed. So just convert into a rounded corner. You can go very quickly and easily like this. And you can see how beautifully it works and how easy it is to use. So like this, 8 times. One more to go. And we are done. So skip. Now you can see all the corners are exactly converted into rounded corners. Last but not the least, you have to define the dimensions. As you can see here, as I told you, most of them are linear ones, except the two for the circles and for the fillet corners. You can prove it like this: 0.15, 0.15, again 0.15. This is also this is also 0.15. Right? Now you can use the same radius to define the fillet parts like this. I think there are so much commands only we have used for the circles. So just erase the extras and one for fillet and one for the circle is enough. Just display the linear ones. For the lines, it will demand you for the um, extension line or the endpoint like this. So you can see it's one. Again, through the center till this point or this point, it is 0.5. You can see next is again the linear, the distance between these center points is 0.75. You can see, okay. Next is the whole height of the model and whole width of the model. So endpoint till this line, uh, okay, is not exactly showing the dimension in this case. Why this is so? Because due to the flare corners, it is not appearing exactly. But we can do one thing. If you draw extended lines, it will show you the exact measurement, right? So this is okay. We can do one more thing. You can show. You can make the reference line if you want to show the measurement like this. Draw a line from 0 tab 0 at 0 degree angle and the line from this corner 0 degree angle, and then you can display the distance between them, right? That has become angular one. We need to keep the measurement exactly the same. Let's see. Forget this one. This endpoint, 0 tab 0 at height of, let's say, 5. Angle would be 90 degree. So 0 tab 0, 5 height, tab 90. This. And you can offset the line simply. Go a distance of 4 this way. And during offset, even you can see this hole is completely accurate. But if you want to display the dimension, so for that, uh, you have to go for it like this, right? So this is all up to the point, like how you use your fillet command in best way. See you in the next video. Thank you.